Hello, my name is Stephen Bullock, and today I'll be discussing the topic of how to better prepare the people of Harrison County for entering the labor force and the pressures that are going to be building over the next 10 years. The three pressures that are building over the next 10 years currently are the fiscal debt, automation, and the digital age. As the fiscal debt increases, we're seeing the government draw more and more on, and especially this goes to the state, with the tax revenue and increased taxes. But all this has done is increase inflation as well, but people in Haralson County are not seeing a rise in wages and haven't seen one since 2009 after recovering from the financial crash. So, as the prices get more and more expensive and as tax increases, either industry will begin to leave or people in Haralson County won't be able to find jobs that can provide enough to provide for their families. As well as we're seeing automation. Uh, as COVID hit, a lot of places such as cashier industries and the automotive industry, which is some of the biggest sectors in Haralson County. Cashiering alone makes up 30% of the entire workforce in the county, have had to switch and automate to self-serving registers and more robotic assembly lines as it became easier to do that instead of paying higher wages for workers to stay during the pandemic, as well as the fact that it is becoming cheaper and cheaper to use the technology than it is to maintain the workers. So we're seeing a lot of people getting laid off in the main industries in the county. So many people are having to leave the county and go find work elsewhere, and this has caused a sort of decline in the population of Haralson County. And it's made it harder for people to find jobs in Haralson County since there are less jobs becoming available. With this being said, also the digital age, the service industry is still one of the biggest in Haralson County, as well as the trucking industry, and many people are relying more heavily on shopping online, such as ordering to go or buying their goods directly from Amazon and places like that. So less people are interacting with the middleman of the cashier, and this is causing the job itself to become less necessary. And we're starting to see more and more self-serve cashiers, less people at the front of fast food restaurants, and we're starting to see like less truckers working for local industry and more working for places like Amazon, things like that, as it becomes easier to do that instead of working for the local industry in the town. Also, with the automotive industry, we're not seeing a whole lot of people being hired anymore due to the fact that the digital age requires technical know-how that not many people really understand in the county due to the lack of education. Haralson County alone is one of the lowest in mathematics in the whole area and has the lowest graduating rate at 87%. And with this being said, due to the digitization of 17% of the labor force will be entirely digitized for the next 5 years, on top of the fact that you already have automation taking away 444,000 jobs within the next 10 years. So we're seeing a lot of that probably going to be hitting a lot of the areas such as Haralson County. On top of this, the big impacts of this, the local government, I think, take steps to help prepare for this, is one, educating kids at a younger rate to focus more on STEM and things like that in business to help grow business. Small income businesses are a growing industry in Haralson County, but there's not a whole lot of people that know how to start businesses in Haralson County. My family was fortunate enough to be able to do this, but not many people can. So a large increase on business and technology could really help impact the availability of jobs as we digitize and automate, and people could help set up local industry, as well as it would help those who are already losing jobs to digitization to focus more on the STEM majors and things like that, so in the future they can find jobs. Also, with that being said, a lot of people don't have the opportunity for college, and we focus more on our education sector in Haralson County. We could see a better increase in that probability, since all COVID has done was speed up automation and speed up digitization, as well as that coupled on top of the national debt, which increased due to COVID, and the amount of taxes that have been drawn out because of COVID. We're seeing a situation where Haralson County is losing people who are moving away to find better jobs and higher paying jobs for low skilled labor, and many people don't have the education to really stay in the county. So I think that the best thing for the local government to do is focus more on education at a younger age. That way kids will have these opportunities in college to learn more about technology and hopefully enter the medical field, which is currently the growing field in Haralson County, with nursing homes making up a majority of the labor. So I think as long as the local government can focus more on education at a younger age, it would help better prepare those entering the labor force later on to be able to combat a lot of these growing pressures that the older generation is having to face.